and it is the last week in April, and that means it is time for me to cover another DCAU animated movie. I've been trying to think of how to do this film without going into too much spoiler territory, because usually I can go over the premise of the movie with little spoilers. I'm not spoiler shy, but in these reviews I like to keep it concise, and I like to not talk about a lot of what happens. But I don't think I can really do that in this movie, because with this movie in particular, the catalyst is basically a massive spoiler. And it's a good movie. I will tell you that. But before I talk a little bit more about the movie, I want to go into some backstory about Batman Beyond. Batman Beyond is the story of Terry McGinnis, a young man who ends up taking on the mantle of Batman to right some wrongs from his past, and he and Bruce form basically a mentor-mentee relationship, and it's about them fighting the various villains of Gotham and him having to come to terms with being a better person. I really liked it. I might go deeper into it at some point in the future, because it is a very good show, and I like it a lot more than the original series. I know that's saying something, but I've never been a really big Batman fan. I much prefer the Bat family and the other characters like Tim, Dick, Barbara, and Terry. Although now that I think about it, I don't think Terry is canon in the comics, which makes me really sad. But anyway, this movie, because of events in the movie and because of a traumatic experience in the past, Batman has to get over the fact that Joker was dead, but now he's not dead, and they have to figure out why, and they have to figure out, how could he come back from the dead. Now, I know in Arkham Asylum, he was cloned, but that's not what happened here. It's actually a lot more complicated than that, and it's actually a good character piece on trauma and how to deal with it. It's also a good character piece on letting go of the past, and the fact that Batman is conflicted about letting Terry continue being Batman. Bruce is conflicted, because now that the Joker's back, he's actually dealing with the credible threat, and Terry has never dealt with someone this enigmatic before. He's never dealt with the Joker before, so he has a lot harder time. It's a good movie. It's much better than the previous one. If you know me, you know that I did not like Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero, mostly because the movie didn't make a lot of sense. It made a lot of reaches. There were a lot of parts of it where nothing happened. I felt like it flitted between too many characters. That's something I didn't talk about in the original, but yeah, it flits back and forth between Barbara and Bruce, and the parts with Bruce just made me want to bang my head against the wall. I wish it had been wholly focused on Barbara, but this movie does a better job with that, because this movie is mostly focused on Terry, and I like Terry, and I'm glad Bruce is more of a background character, and he's there to provide guidance instead of actually, getting in the way. Also, Mark Hamill is in it, and Mark Hamill will always be the Joker for me, even though he said that he doesn't want to do it anymore, because Tim Conroy is not Batman. Well, obviously he's dead, rest in peace, but he's basically said that Tim Conroy is his Batman, and he will not do any more movies, which is really sad. I mean, I understand, but it's really sad. I'm sorry, I'm rambling. But it's a good movie. It's very well paced. It has a lot of really good action. It has a lot of scenes with Terry fighting the Joker gang, but I don't think any of them get stale. It's better than the last movie. I don't think it's better than Mask of the Phantasm. That one's still my favorite. That was a very, very, very good movie. But if you like this content, I also have an anime shorts channel. I have a Tumblr channel. Why did I say that? I have a Tumblr. I have an Instagram, which I barely use. I have a Facebook, which I fairly use. I have a Rumble, where I also post movie reviews. I should probably start putting these reviews up on Rumble. But anyway, if you like this content, you can go back and watch my older videos for Mask of the Phantasm and Batman Mr. Freeze Sub-Zero. And I will see you next month. I don't remember what film it is, but I will see you next month.